Good morning, Danny. It's November 27th, the day before Thanksgiving, and I'm at the ocean today. As you can see, it is wonderfully beautiful. Look at that sunset! Oh my god, that's amazing. I truly live in one of the greatest places on earth. Tomorrow what I'm doing for Thanksgiving is I'm going over to my friend Doko's house. It should be awesome because they make tons of food, and it's gonna be super exciting because they also like to take naps in the middle of the day in between eating it, so that should be amazing. Hello, puppy. How are you? I hope that your Thanksgiving is gonna be amazing tomorrow. I'm sure that Mom and both our sisters are gonna make some awesome food, although I'm sure a lot of it's gonna be gluten and dairy free, so enjoy that while I eat all of the dairy and all of the gluten tomorrow, because that is where it's at. Gluten is one of the greatest inventions ever by man. I think it's interesting that they think that Mario was some kind of evil person in game theory. That's really weird to me because Mario's just a dude, although I guess he is Italian and he has a mustache. Oh my god, Mario is Stalin. Danny, I have no idea what number theory is. I don't even want to begin to postulate what that could possibly be because it's not a thing that would make sense at all to me. It's numbers. Why is there a theory that's numbers? I don't understand what theory could it be about numbers? It's not very exciting, it's just numbers. Look, Danny, it's a pine cone on the beach where there are no pine trees anywhere in the vicinity. Not a single pine tree. And yet, there's a pine cone on the ground in the middle of nowhere. Danny, this means something. I got my flu shot today, and I think that everyone should get their flu shot. So if you haven't gotten your flu shot, go get it because it takes like 5 seconds and it's not painful at all. And it cost me $31 and I don't have insurance. So everyone should go get a flu shot because then none of us would have the flu, or at least the one that they predict will happen this year. So go get your flu shot, jeez. I feel like most of the time I'm just giving you medical advice. Go take your penicillin, go take antibiotics, go get a flu shot. But you know what? Health is important, and we didn't grow up knowing that. It's kind of one of those things that you gotta do when you're an adult. You just gotta start taking care of yourself because then you realize that you wanna live for longer. You try to postpone your death as long as you can because don't you want to see things like this? Danny, how on earth do you not know what the Twilight Zone is? Have you never? Oh look, there's some birds. Seriously, the Twilight Zone, go watch the show because it's awesome. It is a fantastic show and it's awesome. Just go watch the Twilight Show. Go watch the Twilight Zone. I just called it the Twilight Show because that's not how that would work. The Twilight Show would be a terrible series by Stephenie Meyer that's based in Washington. Yeah, that state that you live in. And it would just be about vampires and werewolves, and no one would watch it because no one would care because it was really, really boring. I think you're right about being a manager, but in my opinion, what makes an effective manager is not getting people to do what you want them to do, but getting them to do it so it benefits the group in the best way. So what you need to do is you need to explain to the group, hey, this is the best way to do this because it works best for the group. When they go against the grain, it just hinders the group's ability to perform, and that's not what you want. Danny, I learned the other day where sand comes from, and it actually comes from the mountains, which is kind of amazing to me because I always thought that the rocks were just here on the beach and then the erosion from the water just happened to it. But apparently it comes from streams from the mountains all the way down here to the ocean, and when the streams feed into the ocean, it breaks down all the rock. So the beaches in Seattle are actually from the Cascade Mountain Range. I think that's one of the coolest things I've ever learned in my life. Danny, thanks for watching the sunset with me, and I'll see you on Friday.